Hey guys, so today is just like a practice all volume day. Use all the formulas, you're going to try all the different shapes just to get a good little practice. But before we do that, I wanted to show you a little bit of where we see volume. Volume is just nothing that it isn't something we just teach in math class. Volume and area is everywhere in the world around us. And I just want to show just some quick, very small examples of where we see it. Okay, so let me shrink myself. So here's my computer and stuff like that. So like, for example, Tabasco. I'm a big Tabasco sauce fan. And if you're making Tabasco sauce in the factories, you got to know how much volume is in each one of these cylindrical tanks, right? You got to understand what your ratios are, chili peppers to vinegars and things like that, so you create the same content every single time. It's the same sauce every single time, millions and millions of times over. If you don't have the volume and the math behind it, it's not happening. I grew up on the farm, and we had farming silos. This is where we hold our grain. After we harvest grain, we store it in here. And we got to make sure we understand how much grain is in there so we know how to properly store it, how to make sure it lasts. If you do this incorrectly, or if your math is wrong, you'll lose entire silos of grain, and you're losing thousands and thousands of dollars worth of profit. You guys ever been to the Tillamook cheese factory? You see them with these giant blocks of cheese that flow through their factory. Being in Tillamook Cheese Factory, they want to know that volume. They want to know how much cheese is coming in, how much cheese is going out. They want to make sure it's the same every time, no matter where it's going. And they want to know how much they're selling it for and what price is working. CocaCola, right? These guys, again, all these things require the math and the ability to create it over and over. Not only that, but in construction as well. You see it all the time in construction around you. They have to do the math. They got to make sure it's right. If it's not right, it's an epic fail, right? So here's what you guys are going to do today. I have given you guys a worksheet here that has, probably 9 different problems. You guys are just going to practice finding the volume of the different shapes. Here's a cylinder, a pyramid, a cube, a cone. Just put your work into action. Now, be aware, down here, the answer key is in decimal. Right, so if I was doing this problem here, I would go 8 times 8 times pi times 12. Right? 8 times 8 times pi times 12. And you got to make sure that the decimals kind of match up. You don't have to write your answer in terms of decimals. You can if you want. You can be lazy and use the pi symbol. But just so you know that they times by 3.14 whenever there's a cylindrical shape or a circle. So, okay, guys. Thanks. See ya.